The shocking discovery of Pharaoh Ramses III's death, unveiling a murderous conspiracy. For centuries, the death of one of ancient Egypt's most famous rulers, Pharaoh Ramses III, has been a mystery shrouded in intrigue and speculation. Was he the victim of a violent coup orchestrated by those closest to him, or was his death merely the result of an ill-fated accident? It wasn't until the advent of modern technology that researchers were able to shed light on the gruesome truth behind this ancient enigma. Ramses III ruled Egypt from 1186 to 1155 BCE, during the 20th dynasty, a time when Egypt was grappling with external invasions and internal strife. His reign was marked by military campaigns against the Sea Peoples, a confederation of marauding seafarers, as well as economic troubles resulting from prolonged wars and the decline of royal power. Though he successfully defended Egypt's borders and commissioned monumental building projects, his reign would be overshadowed by a brutal betrayal within the very heart of his royal court. The conspiracy that shook Egypt's royal court, historical accounts, including the famed judicial papyrus of Turin, have long pointed to an event known as the Harem Conspiracy. According to these records, Ramses III's demise was no ordinary death. Rather, it was the result of a carefully orchestrated plot by none other than his own wife, Queen Tai, and her son Pentaweret. Their goal? To see Pentaweret ascend to the throne of Egypt. Queen Tai, who was one of the most powerful women in ancient Egypt, reportedly had ambitious designs for her son's future. With Ramses III's other sons already positioned as heirs, Pentaweret seemed unlikely to ever rule without drastic action. It was a political maneuver steeped in desperation and ambition. As Tai and her son sought to eliminate the pharaoh and take control of Egypt's throne, however, for centuries, scholars were skeptical of this narrative, as the physical evidence to support the conspiracy theory was lacking. While historical accounts hinted at an assassination plot, there was no direct evidence, and the mummified remains of Ramses III showed no visible signs of violence. But everything changed with the advancement of modern technology. The shocking revelation, CT scans unlocked the mystery. In 2012, cutting-edge CT scanning technology was used to conduct a detailed examination of Ramses III's mummified remains. What was uncovered shocked the world. Hidden beneath layers of embalming material was a deep, fatal wound to the pharaoh's throat. The slash was so severe that it severed his trachea, esophagus, and major blood vessels, leading to an immediate death. This revelation confirmed the long-suspected theory of assassination, but the horror did not end there. Additional CT scans revealed an even more chilling discovery. Ramses III's left big toe had been severed, likely by a heavy axe. The brutal nature of the injuries suggested that multiple assailants were involved in the attack, using different weapons to ensure the pharaoh's death. The coordinated nature of the assault pointed directly to a well-organized plot, with the intent to eliminate the king as quickly and decisively as possible. Why was Ramses III killed? The nature of the attack speaks volumes about the desperation and ruthlessness of those involved. For the ancient Egyptians, the pharaoh was not just a king but a divine ruler, the living God on earth. To kill a pharaoh was to strike at the very heart of Egypt's divine order. The violence of the attack, cutting the throat and severing the toe, was not only symbolic but a calculated move to ensure Ramses III's death. But what drove Queen Tai and Pentaweret to take such drastic measures? Was it purely the desire for power, or were there deeper political and personal motivations? The royal family of Egypt was not unfamiliar with intrigue and betrayal, but this plot took it to a whole new level. Ramses III's reign had been marked by external threats from the Sea Peoples and economic difficulties, and despite his successes, his royal court was anything but stable. Internal conflict had simmered beneath the surface, and many in his court, including his wife and son, saw an opportunity to seize power for themselves. As we delve deeper into the political turmoil of the time, we begin to see just how fragile the position of the pharaoh was. The question arises, could the conspirators' actions have been justified in the harsh, cutthroat world of ancient Egypt? Or were they simply motivated by greed and a lust for power? The aftermath, revenge, justice, or mercy. After Ramses III's death, Egyptian records describe the swift capture and trial of those involved in the conspiracy. Queen Tai, her son Pentaweret, and several high-ranking officials were arrested, tried, and convicted. The punishments handed down were severe. Some were executed, while others, including Pentaweret himself, were forced to commit suicide. Pentaweret's final fate is particularly grim. His body was discovered hastily wrapped in goat skin, material considered impure by the ancient Egyptians. This unorthodox burial was not just a final indignity but a symbol of the dishonor that had befallen him. The fact that Pentaweret's death was seen as an act of justice or revenge, depending on one's perspective, raises important questions about morality, power, and the lengths to which people will go to achieve their goals. A legacy of betrayal. What can we learn from Ramses III's tragic end? The story of Ramses III's assassination is one that resonates deeply, not just in the context of ancient Egypt but in the broader human experience. It highlights the timeless themes of power, betrayal, and ambition, showing how these forces continue to shape the course of history. Whether in ancient Egypt or modern times, people have always been driven by the pursuit of power, and, as Ramses III's death shows, this pursuit can lead to destruction and violence. But what does this story really teach us? On the one hand, it shows the fragility of power and how quickly even the mightiest of rulers can be brought down by betrayal from within. On the other hand, it raises deeper questions about the ethics of political violence. Were the conspirators justified in their actions, given the oppressive system of succession that existed in ancient Egypt? Or were they simply driven by their own personal desires for power? For modern audiences, the tale of Ramses III's death is not just a historical curiosity but a reminder of the complex and sometimes ruthless nature of human ambition. It also offers us a chance to reflect on the lengths to which people will go to secure their place in history, even if it means betraying those closest to them. A mysterious legacy. The mystery of Ramses III's death is not just about uncovering the truth of what happened in the royal court of ancient Egypt. It is also about understanding the complex forces that drive human behavior and the consequences of unchecked ambition. The story of Ramses III leaves us with more questions than answers. How far will people go to achieve their goals? And in a world where power is often determined by force, how much of a ruler's legacy is shaped by their actions, both good and bad? As we reflect on the life and death of Ramses III, we must ask ourselves, is this the tragic tale of a king betrayed by his own flesh and blood, or is it the story of a ruthless conspiracy that succeeded in achieving its goal? What do you think? Was Ramses III's assassination an act of justice, or simply a ruthless pursuit of power? Leave your thoughts in the comments and let's continue the discussion. Underscore 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 underscore. This is the mystery of Egypt's last great pharaoh, and it continues to captivate historians, archaeologists, and the curious minds of those who dare to explore the darkest corners of history. Would you side with the betrayers, or the betrayed?